Welcome to the video, everyone. We'll be doing an update on Lumens, Stellar Lumens, XLMBTC. Taking a look at some things here. This is really quite interesting. So before we get started, of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just here to give my opinion on the market. And, all of my ideas here are strictly my own. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. And so let's take a look at this, because Lumens is actually looking very interesting to me right now. Not only that, it looks as though we're starting to, get to an area of pretty important support. But some of the key indicators that I look at, which, as you all know, I take a look at my stochastics very carefully here, they're looking to be pretty prime for a decent move up. Not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not saying it's going to happen in an hour. I'm not saying it's going to happen in the next couple days. But what I'm simply saying is, right now, the 12-hour is oversold. The 3-hour is oversold. The daily is almost oversold. And if I go to the hourly is also oversold. So we've got a lot of confluence telling us that we are not necessarily at the bottom, but we are close to the bottom. And if I go to a daily time frame, let's just take a real good look at this, because what we have a clear impulsive wave here. Okay, so if we take a look at this from this point to this point, okay, we are almost down to 61.8% retracement, which is 765 satoshis. Personally, I would take that trade. I would take the trade at 765. If we wick down to 765, it is worth it to take that trade. And let me explain why. The reason why I think so is because, well, obviously we had a huge impulse here, right? And we had a nice pullback, which, we were talking about this in a video that I did back, I believe, on maybe the 7th of November. Right, it was right around here. We were talking about pulling back to support after we had a decent push up. Well, we're back here, and I do think that we do have some more downside to go, maybe to 750. The thing about this is we've got support galore. We should have a decent amount of support right here, which is 742. We should have a decent amount of support also right here at 762. So this zone is very, very intriguing to me. I am very interested in this area right here, and having a stop loss at about, I would say, probably 725 or 720, somewhere in that range. This is a trade that I'm willing to take. I'm willing to layer bids down from 762 down to 742, having my stop loss about right here, which is going to be at about we'll call it 710 just for good measure. But as far as where my target goes, my target for this, assuming this is starting a new impulsive wave, I'm going to be looking, assuming we come down here to my buy zone, so we're saying down here 742, I'm going to be looking for a push up to about 1300. 1300, that's going to be my final target, which is about 74%. Now, I'm not saying to buy down there and wait for a 74% pump. What I'm basically saying is that's my final target. I'm looking to take profit here at the 618, which happens to be right around the 200 simple moving average. Probably at this 100%, which over time, this 100 exponential moving average, this purple 100 exponential, is probably going to come down here to the 100. So that's going to be at about 1,000 to 1,100 satoshis. So even if you were to grab that trade, you're still looking at a 45% gain, again, versus Bitcoin. You're gaining Bitcoin on this. So you can use strong alts as a hedge against Bitcoin's USD value going down. Now, if Bitcoin goes up, that's even better, because now you have an altcoin that looks strong and it's moving up, and you have Bitcoin versus US dollar that's moving up. Not only are you gaining Bitcoin on the move up, you're also gaining US dollar on the move up twice, because you're getting it because Bitcoin is moving up. You're also getting it because the Bitcoin trading pair in Lumens is going up as well. This is a trade that is worth taking, in my opinion. Now, are we going to get down this low? I do believe that we probably will, but I do think that it'll probably be pretty quick. It's probably going to be a little bit of a wick like we had back here on October 26th. All right, we had a good little wick down, a nice impulsive move up. Now we're simply retracing here. And this retrace, let's just go down to a 12-hour time frame, and let's just take a real quick look at this retrace because it looks pretty good if you ask me. I'll go ahead and zoom in here. Let's just take a real quick look. What we have from the top down here, we have an A, we have a B, and look at where we are looking to target. ABC correction. We're looking for a move to either the 618, the 100, or the 123.6. All right, so based on this, I might move my stop down just a little bit more because on an ABC correction, we can come down to the 123.6. But look at where this 100 sits. It's perfect right where our buy target was, right here at 750 to 755. I'm looking to buy all the way down here to about 742, as I mentioned. So anywhere between 742 and 762 is where I would be looking to buy, because I do think it's going to go down there. And if you look at the daily time frame, you have your 55 exponential that's sitting right here at about 780. So a nice wick beyond it to confirm support would be good. I think that this is something that is worth looking at. I do think it's worth taking this trade and, taking profit along the way, of course. And we talked about those targets. But I'll be keeping an eye on this, and I will be taking this trade. I will be buying in layered from 742 to 762. I will have a stop loss sitting at about 710 or so. But yeah, you got to keep that stop loss because if we break here, likely we're going to come back down here to this 1618, which is going to be down here at 640. And of course, you don't want to be caught underwater on a trade. You take the loss if you have to, but nonetheless, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a 4% loss for a potential 45% gain. And that 45% gain is only my second target. The third target, as we mentioned, is much higher. So, of course, your third target, you're looking for, more like 80 or 90%. But again, I'm not going to sit here and hold out for a 90% gain. I'll go ahead and take the 20 to 40% rise and sit it out. And I'll leave a little bit for a runner to go out to that third target. But otherwise, I'll secure profits along the way and just go ahead and take it. So this is a trade that I am planning on taking. If we are so lucky to get us a push down here to 742 to 762, I will take that trade. I will cut losses at about 710 if it gets down there, and I'll keep an update on this throughout the next few days. So hopefully this was pretty clear that we had a lot of confluence down there. If you have any questions, pop in the Discord. I'll be more than happy to answer any of those questions that you've got. And likewise, if you don't have an invite to the Discord, just throw in a comment and I will get you an invite too. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a way for us to control user access. So wherever you are in the world, hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening, and I will talk to you all on the Discord. Have a good one, everybody.